Yeah.
What sort of a son is Phil?
Oh, just all right.
Just all right.
We cope with him.
What's the best thing about having a son like Phil?
He's my rock.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Four Weddings it talks to the postal vote for marriage equality, and when I got the envelope in the mail, I realised this really is a vote about individual person. It's about who I am. Sort of was visiting my mum. She collects and she documents our family very beautifully in photos. And I noticed these series of photos that were chronological of my grandparents and then my parents and then my sister and her husband on their wedding day. And their wedding day photo were all located on the steps of our church of origin, St Christopher's in Monaco, which is a cathedral for the Catholic Church. And it made me think, wow, I'm not going to ever be part of that history, that memory, that series of photos that are so cherished in our family.
What's the best thing about having a brother like Phil?
Oh, he's absolutely beautiful. We love him to death, and he is, like Mum said, he's just very stable and very good to talk to, very easy to talk to. Yes.
And are you one of the people that
Yes.
were married at St Christopher's?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you still married?
Yep. 25 years is.
To the same person?
Yep. 25 years.
So the letterbox specifically is an exact copy of a letterbox that I saw in suburbia, in the suburbs, as I was driving around one day, and I thought, oh, well, I'll do a series of letterboxes in response to the marriage equality survey. The letterbox is ubiquitous. Every home has one, and what I loved about them is that they're all different, as are the occupants of the houses that they sit in front of. And so I saw them as actual people. They sort of had characters, and so therefore I made them. I introduced some digital technology into my practice and had them and drew them up on CAD and then laser cut them to get them looking perfect as I could. But I introduced some elements into them that aren't typical of letterboxes. So the one that's in this series, for example, is acting like a mask, and so the letterbox slot ended up like a sad mouth, and the eyes was where the number went, and so I used a nomenclature for number. In other words, NO, which is, as you can see in the piece, it's a play on the fact that should be a number, but it's actually no. So this work is about sort of the how I feel really about the no voters and the church, I guess, in their stance. It looks a bit like a Ned Kelly helmet as well, which I kind of liked because he's an outlaw, and sort of how I'm feeling with this vote. I feel like the other, and although he was criminal, I don't feel like a criminal, but I'm being made to feel like one is sort of how I feel. It's
How many grandchildren do you have, John?
6.
I'm going to go back to Edmund, and then we're going to go.
And you were married at St Christopher's?
Yep.
And how long have you been married?
56 years.
Drop